Welcome to NFL Daily Brief, your fast track to today's biggest football stories. Like and subscribe to stay in the game. Here are the brief highlights of today's top stories. Packers continue impressive start to season with victory over Commanders. Ekeler feared to have torn Achilles, sources say. W.R. Reed breaks collarbone in Packers victory. Parsons. If Packs score 20, defense can win game. NFL won't discipline Lamar for shoving Bills fan. Browns Delpit. Not hard to bring down Henry. Dolphins held players-only meeting after blowout. Wilson, Jets bullish on Fields after sizzling opener. OC. Lions not in panic mode after Week 1 dud. Executives predict award winners for 2025. Barnwell. What Week 1 taught us about the AFC hierarchy ahead. What we're hearing ahead of Week 2. Potential panic in Miami, plus the latest on Giants and Jets QBs. Answering 5 49ers questions, how George Kittle and Brock Purdy's injuries impact team. Standard is the standard, Broncos defense starts fast, but several imposing tests looming. The playbook, lineup locks, shadow reports for Week 2. Bad game or bad sign? A.J. Brown, Brian Thomas Jr. and other Week 1 disappointments. Facts versus feelings. Week 1 surprises you can trust in Week 2, and those you can't. Solik's weekly NFL thoughts and lessons. The 5 best QB debuts of Week 1, plus what the Giants should do. Wetzel. Belichick's feud with Pats could benefit UNC. Power rankings. How all 32 teams stack up, plus top non-QB newcomers. Now, let's dive deeper into the details. The Green Bay Packers continued their strong start to the season with a decisive victory over the Washington Commanders.
This win follows their opening game victory against the Detroit Lions, marking a significant improvement from last season.
Last year, the Packers struggled against playoff-caliber teams like the Lions and Commanders.
This season, they have defeated both teams, showcasing their improved performance.
Jordan Love, the Packers quarterback, had an impressive game, throwing for nearly 300 yards.
While he missed a few deep throws, his overall performance demonstrated his potential.
The Packers' defense was also a key factor in the win, putting significant pressure on Commanders quarterback Jayden Daniels.
Micah Parsons led the defensive charge, despite facing multiple double and even triple teams.
Tucker Kraft had a breakout game for the Packers, exceeding 100 receiving yards and scoring a touchdown.
Josh Jacobs continued his scoring streak, finding the end zone for the 10th consecutive regular season game.
The Commanders, on the other hand, struggled on both offense and defense.
They suffered multiple injuries to key players, further compounding their difficulties.
Their kicker, Matt Gay, also continued to struggle with long-distance field goals.
The Packers exposed weaknesses in the Commanders' defense, consistently finding open receivers for big plays.
Austin Ekeler appears to have suffered a non-contact injury during a passing play and exited the game.
The Washington Commanders are concerned that veteran running back Austin Ekeler tore his right Achilles tendon.
Ekeler is scheduled to undergo imaging on Friday to confirm the diagnosis.
Washington coach Dan Quinn acknowledged the potential impact of losing Ekeler for the season.
With just under 6 minutes left in the game, Ekeler fell to the ground while running a route.
He was helped to the sideline and then taken to the locker room.
Ekeler left the stadium using crutches and wearing a walking boot on his right foot.
Rookie running back Jacare Krosky-Merritt spoke about Ekeler being a leader on the team.
Ekeler finished the game with 8 rushes for 17 yards and 2 receptions for 7 yards.
He served as Washington's top running back and primary third down back.
Last season, Ekeler rushed for 367 yards and had 366 receiving yards in 12 games.
This injury could significantly impact the Commanders' running game.
Packers wide receiver Jayden Reed suffered a broken collarbone during their victory against the Washington Commanders.
The injury occurred on a touchdown play that was ultimately negated due to a holding penalty.
Head coach Matt LaFleur confirmed the injury and stated that Reed will be out for a significant amount of time.
LaFleur expressed disappointment, calling Reed a catalyst for the offense and the team overall.
The holding penalty was committed by rookie right tackle Anthony Belton, who was starting in place of the injured Zach Tom.
Reed had already overcome a foot injury that sidelined him for most of training camp.
Despite limited playing time in the season opener, Reed led the Packers with 3 receptions for 45 yards and 1 touchdown.
This injury is a significant setback for Reed and the Packers.
The team will undoubtedly miss his energy and contributions on the field.
The timeline for Reed's return remains uncertain, but LaFleur expects him back at some point this season.
The Packers will need other players to step up in Reed's absence.
It will be interesting to see how the team adjusts their offensive strategy moving forward.
Micah Parsons has quickly made a significant impact on the Green Bay Packers defense.
After only 2 games, the Packers defense is showing a new, dominant identity.
Parsons believes that if the offense scores 20 points, the defense can secure the win.
He emphasized the importance of defense, stating that it wins championships.
The Packers' defense held their first 2 opponents, the Lions and the Commanders, to a combined 31 points.
Both of these teams were high-scoring offenses in the previous season.
Parsons is currently on a limited snap count, playing 44 snaps against the Commanders.
He expressed frustration with the snap count and hopes to play a full game soon.
Teammates like Malik Heath have praised Parsons' impact on the defense, claiming they are on a different level.
Heath believes the Packers currently have the best defense in the league.
Parsons also credits his teammates, including Kayshawn Nixon, who broke up 5 passes against the Commanders.
Coach Matt LaFleur described the defense as relentless, physical, aggressive, and attacking.
Lamar Jackson will not face discipline from the National Football League for his altercation with a Buffalo Bills fan.
This incident occurred during the season-opening loss against the Bills, where Jackson pushed a fan after being hit on the helmet.
The National Football League has confirmed that the matter has been addressed by the Baltimore Ravens and no further action will be taken.
The fan involved has been indefinitely banned from Bills and National Football League stadiums.
Ravens general manager Eric DeCosta spoke with Jackson about the incident and the importance of avoiding future altercations.
The Ravens have implemented additional security protocols to protect their players from negative fan interactions.
Jackson apologized to the fan during his weekly media session and advised fans to keep their hands to themselves.
Shortly after the Jackson incident, running back Derrick Henry was almost hit by a frozen water bottle thrown by a fan.
Jackson commented that such incidents should not happen and that fans should keep their hands and objects to themselves.
He emphasized that while trash talk is part of the game, physical contact is unacceptable.
The Ravens are taking steps to ensure player safety and prevent similar incidents in the future.
The National Football League supports the Ravens' decision and considers the matter closed.
Cleveland Browns safety Grant Delpit recently commented on tackling Baltimore Ravens star Derrick Henry.
Henry has certainly taken notice of Delpit's rather confident remark.
Delpit claimed it is not hard to bring down the large running back.
Henry responded that he is aware of the comment and anticipates their upcoming match.
Last October, Delpit tackled Henry with a forceful hit and a taunting celebration.
Henry had a strong start this season with 169 rushing yards in Week 1.
However, the Browns have limited Henry under 75 rushing yards in 2 recent matchups.
Browns wide receiver Jerry Jeudy also dismissed the Ravens secondary.
Jeudy claimed he sees no challenges in the Ravens' highly drafted defensive backs.
He has not scored a touchdown in 3 career games against Baltimore.
Ravens safety Kyle Hamilton dismissed Judy's comments as irrelevant.
Hamilton stated that he does not need extra motivation to play hard.
The Miami Dolphins held a players-only meeting following their significant loss to the Indianapolis Colts.
This meeting occurred on their off day, Tuesday, after the 33-8 defeat in Week 1.
The Dolphins allowed the Colts to score on every offensive possession.
Their own offense generated only 211 yards, their lowest output under coach Mike McDaniel, with Tua Tagovailoa starting.
Tagovailoa had one of his worst games, throwing 2 interceptions and losing a fumble.
He finished with a career-low passer rating for a full game.
Tagovailoa organized a meeting with the offense to discuss points of emphasis for the upcoming week.
He expressed satisfaction with the turnout and the team is process-oriented regardless of win or loss.
Last season, the Dolphins struggled early, losing 6 of their first 8 games.
Linebacker Jordan Brooks explained that the meeting was meant to prevent discouragement after the loss.
He emphasized the importance of maintaining unity and belief within the team.
The Dolphins face a crucial stretch of games against division rivals, starting with the New England Patriots.
Justin Fields played an impressive game in his Jets debut, throwing for 1 touchdown and rushing for 2 more.
Despite the Jets' narrow loss to the Pittsburgh Steelers, Fields' performance boosted the team's confidence.
Fields completed 16 of 22 passes for 218 yards and earned a 79.4 total QBR, his 7th highest in 45 starts.
Garrett Wilson, Fields' former teammate at Ohio State, praised Fields' aggressive playing style and its positive impact on the team.
Wilson highlighted Fields' love for the game and how his dedication motivates his teammates.
After releasing Aaron Rodgers, the Jets signed Fields to a 2-year, $40 million contract.
Fields demonstrated improved accuracy, especially throwing into tight windows, and made several key plays outside of the designed offense.
Wilson expressed his excitement about Fields' ability to extend plays, creating opportunities for receivers.
Jets coach Aaron Glenn acknowledged that it was only one game, but defended Fields against preseason criticism.
The touchdown connection between Fields and Wilson evoked memories of their time together at Ohio State.
Josh Reynolds, a starting receiver, may miss the upcoming game against the Buffalo Bills due to a hamstring injury.
If Reynolds is unable to play, Tyler Johnson and Allen Lazard are expected to step up alongside Wilson.
Offensive coordinator John Morton stated that the Detroit Lions are not panicking after their Week 1 loss to the Green Bay Packers.
The Lions are aiming to avoid an 0-2 start when they face the Chicago Bears in Week 2.
Bears head coach Ben Johnson, formerly the Lions offensive coordinator, returns to Ford Field for this matchup.
Morton emphasized the importance of execution and simplifying the game plan.
He expressed encouragement about certain aspects of the game and the team is focused on fixing mistakes.
The Lions' potent offense from 2024, which led the league in scoring, struggled against the Packers.
They barely managed a touchdown late in the fourth quarter, a stark contrast to their previous performance.
Morton believes the errors are correctable and the team is working on improving communication and execution.
The Lions will focus on improving their run game and red zone performance.
Offensive tackle Taylor Decker is expected to play despite a shoulder injury.
Decker acknowledged the offensive line's mistakes but believes they are controllable.
Wide receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown is confident the team can bounce back from the Week 1 loss.
Week 1 of the National Football League is complete, prompting many to overreact to team performances.
However, it is important to remember it is only Week 1 and the road to the playoffs is rarely straightforward.
Individual brilliance is essential for championships, so executives and scouts were asked to predict the 2025 award winners.
There is little consensus for many awards, suggesting some surprises may be in store.
Lamar Jackson is a contender for Most Valuable Player, aiming to join an elite group of quarterbacks with 3 or more awards.
His dual threat ability, high win percentage, and low turnover rate make him a perennial contender.
Jaden Daniels is a potential Offensive Player of the Year, despite the award typically going to non-quarterbacks recently.
His ability to elevate his team and his dual threat capabilities make him a strong candidate.
Myles Garrett is a leading candidate for Defensive Player of the Year, known as a dominant pass rusher.
He consistently disrupts opposing offenses and is projected to have another season with at least 14 sacks.
Omarion Hampton is a favorite for Offensive Rookie of the Year, benefiting from a run-heavy offense.
He is projected to see significant playing time as a primary running back.
Abdul Carter is a frontrunner for Defensive Rookie of the Year, displaying impressive pass rushing skills.
He is expected to benefit from one-on-one matchups due to the strong Giants' defensive line.
For years, the AFC has been dominated by the Bills, Chiefs, and Ravens, consistently securing the top seeds.
These teams and their quarterbacks have been remarkably consistent, with each team securing multiple division titles in recent years.
The Chiefs, led by Patrick Mahomes, have won 7 straight division titles.
Similarly, the Bills, with Josh Allen, have 5 consecutive division titles.
Lamar Jackson has also led the Ravens to 5 division titles in 6 healthy seasons.
However, Week 1 has introduced a potential shift in the AFC hierarchy.
The Bills' comeback win over the Ravens has significantly boosted their chances of securing the top seed, according to ESPN's Football Power Index.
The Chargers' upset victory over the Chiefs in Brazil has also propelled them into contention.
The Ravens, despite their loss, are still considered a strong contender by advanced metrics.
Meanwhile, the Chiefs face an uphill battle after their loss to the Chargers.
The Bills now have the highest probability of obtaining the top seed at 30%, nearly twice that of the Ravens at 16.8%.
The Chargers are a close third at 15.8% after their surprising upset win over the Chiefs.
Week 2 of the National Football League season is here, and there are many questions surrounding teams after Week 1.
The Giants' quarterback situation, the Dolphins' disappointing loss, and Justin Fields' performance with the Jets are key topics.
Giants head coach Brian Daboll has confirmed Russell Wilson will start in Week 2.
The Giants have a plan for Jackson Dart and are sticking with it, despite Wilson struggling against the Commanders.
Benching Wilson after one game would be costly, and the Giants are trying to be sensible.
Dart has impressed, but the Giants seem committed to Wilson in the short term.
The Dolphins had a disappointing loss to the Colts, raising concerns about their roster and leadership.
There is a sense of urgency for the Dolphins to win in Week 2.
Trade rumors surround Tyreek Hill, but the Dolphins are not currently interested in trading him.
Justin Fields had a strong debut with the Jets, exceeding expectations.
Fields has shown potential, but his past performance raises questions about his consistency.
The Jets' offense looked promising, with Fields showing more versatility than anticipated.
The San Francisco 49ers faced significant challenges following their Week 1 victory against the Seattle Seahawks.
Tight end George Kittle was placed on injured reserve due to a hamstring injury, sidelining him for at least 4 games.
Quarterback Brock Purdy is also dealing with shoulder and toe injuries, making him unlikely to play in Week 2 against the New Orleans Saints.
Amidst these injuries, the 49ers re-signed wide receiver Kendrick Bourne and replaced kicker Jake Moody with Eddie Pinheiro.
Right tackle Colton McKivitz signed a 3-year contract extension worth $45 million.
Losing Kittle is a significant blow to the 49ers offense, especially considering his connection with Purdy.
The team will rely on a combination of Luke Farrell, Jake Tonjes, and potentially Braden Willis or Kyle Juszczyk to fill the void at tight end.
With Purdy potentially sidelined, backup quarterback Mac Jones is expected to start against the Saints.
Jones has impressed the coaching staff with his performance in training camp and preseason.
Bourne's return provides a familiar target for Jones, as the two have prior experience playing together in New England.
Moody's ongoing struggles with field goal accuracy led to his release, with the 49ers opting for the more experienced Pinheiro.
McKivitz's contract extension secures a reliable starter at right tackle, rewarding his consistent performance and leadership.
The Denver Broncos defense had a strong start to the 2025 season, ranking number 1 in several categories after Week 1.
They held the Tennessee Titans to only 12 points and were particularly effective in limiting their scoring opportunities.
However, the Broncos face tougher challenges ahead, with upcoming opponents having performed well offensively in Week 1.
4 of their next 5 opponents scored at least 24 points and also won their opening games.
This includes matchups against quarterbacks Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow, and Jalen Hurts.
Despite these challenges, the Broncos' defensive players express confidence in their standard of play.
Their next game is against the Indianapolis Colts, who present a significant test after their impressive Week 1 win against the Dolphins.
The Colts' offense, led by Daniel Jones at quarterback, poses a dual threat with both passing and rushing capabilities.
Their rookie tight end, Tyler Warren, could be a challenge for the Broncos' defense, which has historically struggled against tight ends.
The Colts' rushing game, which gained 156 yards against the Dolphins, is another area of concern for Denver.
The Broncos had some tackling issues against the Titans and will need to improve to contain the Colts' running game.
While acknowledging the need for better tackling, the Broncos are drawing confidence from their comeback win against the Colts last season.
Welcome to Week 2 of the playbook, starting with the Commanders vs. Packers game on Thursday.
This analysis includes projected scores, over and under predictions, win probabilities, and fantasy football advice.
It covers season-long leagues and daily fantasy sports, helping with sit and start decisions, waiver adds, and lineup choices.
Integrated into the game breakdowns are the shadow reports, utilizing play-by-play data to analyze defensive schemes.
We track wide receiver and cornerback matchups, including shadow situations, to offer the best projections and advice.
This advice focuses on 12-team PPR leagues with standard settings, though shallow and deep leagues are sometimes mentioned.
Projections and rankings are usually aligned, but other factors like upside or risk may influence rankings.
Updates are possible throughout the weekend, with rankings updated on the site and projections in-game.
The Packers are projected to win against the Commanders with a score of 26-25.
Lineup locks for this game include Jaden Daniels, Josh Jacobs, Terry McLaurin, and Deebo Samuel.
The Jaguars traded Tank Bigsby to the Eagles, clarifying their running back situation.
Travis Etienne is the lead back, with LaQuint Allen and Bishal Tudin contributing.
Week 1 of the National Football League saw some surprisingly low fantasy football performances from key players.
This can be concerning for fantasy managers, but it is important to determine if these were just bad games or signs of a negative trend.
Philadelphia Eagles wide receiver A.J. Brown had a quiet game with only 1 catch for 8 yards.
While Dallas used zone coverage extensively, the Eagles should be able to scheme Brown open more often.
Cincinnati Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow also struggled against the Cleveland Browns, totaling only 113 passing yards and 1 touchdown.
However, Burrow has historically had difficulties against the Browns' defense, and a better performance is expected against the Jaguars.
Los Angeles Chargers running back Omarion Hampton had a modest debut with 8.1 fantasy points.
Despite low yardage, Hampton led the Chargers' backfield in touches and remains a solid RB2 option.
Jacksonville Jaguars wide receiver Brian Thomas Jr. had only one reception for 11 yards despite 7 targets.
Missed throws by quarterback Trevor Lawrence contributed to Thomas Jr.'s low output.
Houston Texans wide receiver Nico Collins had a similarly low-scoring game with 5.5 fantasy points.
However, Collins led the Texans in target share and should see more opportunities in future games.
Detroit Lions quarterback Jared Goff is expected to regress this season after the departure of offensive coordinator Ben Johnson.
The Miami Dolphins' passing game also disappointed in Week 1, with Tua Tagovailoa turning the ball over 3 times.
Denver Broncos running back R.J. Harvey had limited touches in Week 1, while J.K. Dobbins took the lead role.
Pittsburgh Steelers running back Caleb Johnson saw minimal action in his debut, recording only 1 carry.
Seattle Seahawks wide receiver Cooper Kupp had a quiet game, suggesting Jackson Smith-Njigba might be the primary target.
These early performances require careful evaluation to determine their long-term implications for fantasy football.
Week 1 of the National Football League season often presents unexpected outcomes, prompting fantasy football managers to re-evaluate their strategies.
It is important to analyze the data from these games to make informed decisions for future matchups.
Justin Herbert performed exceptionally well in Week 1, demonstrating his passing and rushing abilities.
Breece Hall also exceeded expectations, showcasing his versatility as a runner and receiver.
Caleb Johnson, however, saw limited playing time due to a crowded backfield and potential performance issues.
Marvin Harrison Jr. lived up to the preseason hype, indicating a potential breakout season.
Brian Thomas Jr. had a disappointing Week 1, but his target share suggests better performances to come.
Stephon Diggs, despite limited snaps, demonstrated impressive efficiency in his return from injury.
Tyler Warren emerged as a top tight end option, exceeding expectations in his professional debut.
These performances highlight the importance of adapting to new information and adjusting fantasy rosters accordingly.
Analyzing these trends can help fantasy managers identify reliable players and potential breakouts.
It is crucial to remember that early season performances are not always indicative of future success.
However, they provide valuable insights for making informed decisions in the weeks ahead. Aaron Rodgers had a solid debut with the Steelers, showcasing both classic deep throws and efficient short passes within the offensive system.
Rodgers effectively utilized play action, a key element of the Steelers' offense, and connected with receivers on well-designed plays.
However, many of Rodgers' successful deep throws were the result of coverage breakdowns or missed tackles by the Jets' defense.
It remains to be seen if this level of success can be sustained against stronger defenses.
Justin Fields also had a strong debut with the Jets, demonstrating improved pocket management and decision-making.
The Jets' offensive scheme, designed to highlight Fields' strengths and protect him from pressure, contributed significantly to his success.
Fields avoided negative plays and showcased his ability to make plays both from the pocket and on designed runs.
Geno Smith had a stellar performance in his Raiders debut, throwing for 362 yards and connecting on multiple deep passes.
Smith's aggressive style, facilitated by Chip Kelly's play calling, led to numerous explosive plays.
However, this aggressive approach also resulted in sacks and an interception, highlighting the potential risks involved.
The Giants should delay starting rookie quarterback Jackson Dart until the return of left tackle Andrew Thomas from injury.
Thomas' presence would significantly improve the Giants' pass protection and allow for a more diverse offensive scheme to support Dart.
Bill Belichick, after a win with the University of North Carolina, banned New England Patriots scouts from the Tar Heels facilities.
This ban comes after Belichick stated that he is not welcome at the Patriots facilities.
Belichick seems to still harbor resentment towards the Patriots owner, Robert Kraft, after their split following a losing season.
However, current Patriots coach Mike Vrabel claims Belichick is welcome at their facilities and has been there since his departure.
This feud fuels Belichick and could benefit the Tar Heels as he seems motivated to prove the Patriots wrong.
UNC is getting the full Belichick experience, the good, the bad, and the drama.
Belichick is known for holding grudges and using them as motivation, as seen with past disputes like Spygate and Deflategate.
His current feud with Kraft is just the latest in a series of conflicts that seem to fuel Belichick's drive.
Belichick's autobiography did not mention Kraft, and he is currently in a trademark dispute with the Patriots.
He also commented on the advantages of college coaching, highlighting the absence of an owner and salary cap.
Kraft recently suggested a statue of Belichick next to Tom Brady's at Gillette Stadium, but Belichick seems unmoved.
While this feud may not directly impact UNC's on-field performance, it shows Belichick's commitment to the program.
The Minnesota Vikings achieved a comeback victory against the Chicago Bears on Monday Night Football, concluding an exciting first week of the 2025 NFL season.
Week 1 started with the Philadelphia Eagles defeating the Dallas Cowboys, followed by the Los Angeles Chargers upsetting the Kansas City Chiefs in São Paulo, Brazil.
Sunday featured impressive victories by the Pittsburgh Steelers, Green Bay Packers, and Buffalo Bills, with the Bills overcoming a 15-point deficit in the final minutes.
These results necessitate a reevaluation of our preseason power rankings as we head into Week 2.
In addition to the rankings, NFL Nation reporters identified the most impressive non-quarterback newcomer for each team.
These newcomers, defined as rookies or offseason acquisitions, range from Micah Parsons making an impact with the Packers to Emeka Egbuka shining for the Buccaneers.
Buffalo kicker Matt Prater, aged 41, arrived on a red-eye flight Thursday, kicked with the team Friday, and then hit the game-winning field goal on Sunday.
Rookie linebacker Jihad Campbell played almost every defensive snap for the Eagles, forcing a key fumble and breaking up a crucial pass.
DeAndre Hopkins made a memorable Ravens debut with a one-handed touchdown catch, showcasing his ability to make contested catches.
Micah Parsons lived up to the hype in his Packers debut, recording a sack and creating opportunities for his fellow defensive linemen.
Chiefs rookie offensive tackle Josh Simmons protected Patrick Mahomes well in his debut, not allowing a single sack.
Deebo Samuel provided a spark for the Commanders' offense with 7 catches for 77 yards and a 19-yard touchdown run.
That's a wrap on this week's NFL Blitz Talk. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you next time with more gridiron fire and fearless breakdowns.